Welcome back. It's exactly 9:53 a.m., the final interview of the morning, this Friday morning, that is. I am standing in for Inayat Wadi, and it also gives me pleasure to welcome to the show this morning the latest member here at Salam Media, and that is Faizel Patel. He's going to be presenting an awesome show. Let's welcome him on the show and let him tell us what it's going to be about. Faisal, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the program.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to you and to the audience of Salam Media.
Lovely to have you as part of our family here at Salam
It's a
Media.
very part of the
we're,
family.
we're very, very excited. And just by the way, I do follow your Wired to News on a regular basis. Thoroughly enjoy your coverage. Keep it up. It's really good news. I know you
Thank you for
cover
the
just
support.
a certain area, and that is the Greater Lenasia. Am I right?
Yeah, it's the thing is I cover all stories, but I think there's a lot of interest in the Lenasia and community stories. So sometimes mainstream media misses these stories, especially when it's crime related, because there's been such a huge spike. So I try to fill that gap, and it's been phenomenal because a lot of people have been tuning in and supporting the website because they want to get the latest from what's happening in their own neighborhood. And with the amount of murders and crimes and house breakings there's been a lot of traffic on the website, so Alhamdulillah, I got no complaints.
Well, keep it up because we definitely keep in touch by way of Wired to News as well. So, a very exciting time for us here at Salam Media and for you as well. Tell us about your show, which is going to be taking to the airwaves on a Sunday evening. How did this all come about?
Well, I used to host a tech show on another radio station, and I subsequently left and resigned from that radio station to obviously pursue interests which is more inclined towards what I aspired to. So basically, it was time to move on. And while I did move on, the tech companies that invite you for these launches, they still continue to support me because they support the person that actually write these stories. And we've got some big launches that take place in this particular country. A week ago, I was at the Huawei launch. The Samsung launch is coming up this coming Tuesday or Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. And I used to write stories, and I then got approached by Ponti from Solar Media, knowing that I was a free agent now, and he then asked me if I'm interested in joining Solar Media. I didn't know whether I want to be on a full-time basis or on part-time, so I said let's start off on a freelance basis. And I pitched the tech show with him because I've been so overwhelmed and so inundated with questions on social media, the different platforms, phone calls, WhatsApp. We're tuning in every Sunday to the other radio station, and we're not hearing you on radio. We've got so many questions, and used to really assist us with our technology. How do we get hold of you? So I used to then interact with them either via Facebook Messenger or via Twitter, and provide the advice as such. And then also on my Instagram, where I get a lot of questions. And when Ponti and Shamshid actually came back to me and said, "No, it's awesome that you can host the show," I was like, ecstatic, because the one thing that COVID-19 has taught us is that we've all become reliable and reliant on technology. A lot of people are still working from home. You chatting to me now, by a StreamYard at home, and people need to know this. At the moment, I know some areas are load shedding at the moment. One of the things I'm going to be talking on Salam Media this Sunday is your practical solution to load shedding. What do you do? You just sit there and sit in the dark, or is there a solution? I'm going to provide them with these solutions, among many other questions they may or may not have.
Okay, we hope that it will be a solution that is economical, that is affordable, inshallah. Faisal, I understand that we are going to be playing a promo for your show. Let's watch this clip for a minute or two, then we'll continue our discussion. So stand by.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum. Hello, everyone. Tumelang. This is Faizel Patel. Tune in to Salam Media this Sunday just after 7 o'clock, where we feature the latest technology, gadgets, gizmos, and mobile phones, and more. Remember that the program is live on the various social media platforms of Salam Media. So you can call in, you can interact with us, and you can do a lot more. For more information on the show, check out Salam Media's social media platforms. See you there.
Really, really lovely. Love the view as well. You
Yeah,
captured.
it was quite loud because we were on top of the roof, and I think the
Yes,
wind was quite strong. So my wife was just teasing me now. She says, "Why are you screaming?" So I said, "The only way to get the message across is if you be bold and in the face of the listeners that actually want to tune in this Sunday."
and it was an outside broadcast,
That's a
obviously.
shame.
So, and we tend to scream or talk on the top of our voices because of all the background noise going on. Having said that, you've just told me you've been on another radio show as well. How are you going to make the show here at Salam Media different, unique, and an added spark?
I think I hope the time that has been allocated is more reasonable and I think more appropriate. You know, it's 7 o'clock Sunday evening or just after 7 o'clock, depending on obviously the Maghrib time. So there'll be a lot more people that will be engaged. They'll probably tune in as opposed to 7 o'clock in the morning when on a Sunday people tend to sleep in after Fajr. Although we used to get a large audience and we used to get a lot of people tuning in, 7 o'clock is a more convenient time. And you know, people are getting ready, or the parents are getting ready to get their kids ready for school, and that kind of stuff. So there'll be more engagement. There'll also be a more interaction. You know, people will WhatsApp, people will tweet, and then also, I think the liberty that I've been given by Salam Media to focus and share some of the products, um, is quite phenomenal because sometimes certain organizations tend to feel that if you feature certain products, it borders on brand advertising. But I think what's important is, I mean, I'm going to a Samsung launch this week, Tuesday, and you can't mention a phone that's being launched and it's going to be available in South Africa without mentioning the name of the phone. I mean, it really defies the purpose. So
Absolutely.
that's one aspect. The second aspect is, as opposed to just talking about it and people are just hearing it over the airways, they actually get to see what I'm talking about. So one of the devices that I'll be featuring, and I don't want to give too much away, is the Galaxy Samsung Galaxy Fold 3. Now, a lot of people haven't touched this phone, they probably haven't seen it, they haven't interacted with it, and I'm going to be showing it to them live on video, which will give them an idea of more or less what it is. And so that's just basically a wee bit of what's going to be featured. But like I say, hopefully more interactive because of the time. It's more convenient.
Absolutely. We so look forward to it. Welcome once again to our family here at Salam Media and have yourself a wonderful weekend. We will be sure to watch this Sunday evening at 7 o'clock. And the show is called what?
Well, we were deliberating on that and actually debating. I don't want to use the previous name. I do have my own website. It's called Wired to Tech. And obviously, we don't want to conflate the two programs, the website and the show. So it's called TechByte. Now, this is actually a play on words. So TechByte, in a sense, is small bite-sized pieces of technology. And then byte itself, which is a technology term, byte, you get megabytes, kilobytes, and that sort of stuff. So the show is called TechByte. And I see I've just been copied on a tweet, so I'm going to be sharing the tweet on my various platforms. And I would urge the listeners of Salam Media to please tune in. And if they've got any questions, any thing they want to ask, if I can answer it on a show, I'll try to do so. If I can't, we will then obviously feature it in the next show. But technology is such that sometimes people are not aware or how to do certain things. And hopefully, inshallah, I can then assist them with it. And I think the question that gets asked a lot of times is, when you've got a certain amount of money or you've got a limited budget, how do you go about choosing a phone that you want? That's very important because we're reliant so much on the cell phone. So that's going to be one of the questions we answer. And then also how to do certain things, especially the elderly. I'm sure, like my mom who passed away recently, the elderly people don't know how to use the sophisticated cell phones of today. There's so many things they can feature on there as well. And then also, I think one important aspect that we need to talk about is also how to do certain things, people working from home. So hopefully I'll be able to answer all of that, inshallah.
Inshallah, we look forward to it. And once again, we truly believe that you're going to bring lots of interest and expertise to us here at Salam Media. Till the next time, as always, Salaam Alaikum to you.
Wa alaikum salam, Julie. Jazakallah for the opportunity.
That was Faizel Patel talking about his new show right here on Salam Media. Be sure to tune in starting this Sunday evening at 7 o'clock. And that means it's time for me to wrap up. A really big thank you to my producer and controller, Nasreen Naidu. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Take care, follow COVID protocols, but very especially take care on the roads. We're almost back to normal and the roads have become crazy. Have a wonderful weekend. Assalamu alaikum and Khuda Hafiz from me, Julie Ali.